All right, fellas, here's tonight's full ice practice. Couple new drills here for you. I'm going to keep moving your feet for full ice, and then we'll go into a couple team concepts. This is a new drill we've never done before. I like this drill a lot. It's really going to make you guys do speed behind the puck if you want to pick up the puck. It also illustrates something that happens in the game a lot, which is basically, if you look right here for me, if a forward's coming down a zone and an opposing defenseman is pinching them off, and so by the time you get to the offensive blue line, you're pinched off. We talk about what are different ways we can get behind their D, and this is basically a soft chip off the boards for a forward that's coming in fast who's going to pick it up and then go hard towards the net. So it looks like this. We'll place forwards on each side of the ice. The first forward's going to go from the other line. As soon as he gets to about the blue line, the next guy in the far line is going to take off. All right? And he's not going to stop like it shows here. It's just how the animation works. But as soon as we get the puck, we're going to headman the puck through the neutral zone like we're looking for. There's going to be a coach at the far blue line that's going to help simulate somebody standing you up. We're going to do a soft chip around that defenseman. Meanwhile, our supporting forward's got speed behind the puck still, coming full speed. He's going to pick up the puck and then go in and take the shot on net. It's a continuous drill, so the guy that does the soft chip is now going to be like the beginning of the play where he's going to continue down low. As soon as he crosses the blue line, the next guy in line is going to go, and then the red X is going to go all the way down. The red X is going to come down, do a soft chip to this player. Sorry, boys, hold on. So green comes down. He's going to get a pass. It's going to start the next guy in line. And actually, the next guy in line takes off as soon as this forward gets to about at the blue line. We're going to headman the puck through the neutral zone. There'll be a coach right here causing some problems. We're going to see that forward, this forward kind of get stuck. He's going to do a soft chip up the boards. It's imperative that this guy continues speed behind the puck. We're going to ride you hard if you guys just coast, because we want you to hit this blue line full speed, so when that puck is dumped right there, you're picking it up and going. And then again, the drill's continuous. The guy that chips the puck continues the drill. And again, as soon as he crosses about right here, that starts the next guy in line, and then the drill's continuous that way. All right, so there's a couple great concepts there. Speed behind the puck, headmanning the puck, and then how to get around a defenseman that's standing us up on the blue line, especially for aggressive teams. Okay? Next drill we're going to do, and you guys have done this one once before. I think it's a good one. It kind of talks about, helps us get our angles very wide for passing. Also works on our one-touch passes, which we like to do. And again, another headman the puck option. Also, when we shoot the puck, I'm looking for the forward that shoots the puck to shoot it to the goalie's opposite pad low, so our other support partner driving the net can punch in a rebound. All right, so if I'm a left winger, I'm shooting for that goalie's right pad, nice and low on the ice, hopefully forcing that goalie to kick out a rebound as our partner is crashing the net. So players 3 and 4 are going to take off without a puck. They're going to do a give-and-go pass with X1 who's in the next line. Once they do that, they're going to flower off as wide as they can to make the best pass availability they can. X4 is going to receive that puck, and of course, if X3 is ahead of him, which he should be, he doesn't have it, we're going to headman that puck to him. Once we headman that puck through the neutral zone, because passing creates confusion, those two guys are going to attack the net. And again, X3 is just not going to sail it. He's going to put a good tactical shot low on the goalie. Hopefully it kicks a rebound out. And if it kicks that rebound out, X4 is going to put that in. Once that happens, 1 and 2 will take off. They'll do a give and go with 6, and the same thing happens. It goes both directions. Okay? We did this drill last week. I like this drill. I want to continue it again, except we're not going to do just the 2-on-1. We're going to go ahead and add the forechecker in. I watched the beginning of that Atlanta game, and one of the things I noticed in the first shift is behind our net, again, we got tied up because we just didn't have enough confidence on what to do with the puck under pressure. So we're going to put the forwards on the line while the forechecking line here. Defenseman will start right here. There's already going to be a puck in the corner. D's going to take a few steps backwards. He's going to turn. He's going to take a picture and see where the forechecker is. If the forechecker is on his inside shoulder, right here towards the net, he's going to spin off, curl, and break out F1. If he's on the outside shoulder pressuring, he's going to continue that puck. He's going to make a breakout pass to F1 and F2, and then those guys are going to attack 2-on-1 all the way down to the end of the ice, except the back checker is chasing hard, trying to make it 2-on-2. All right? So chance for us to work on what we do under pressure behind the net in our zone. Okay? And you guys have done that one before too. Give me a second here. Did that one, did that one. Did the panda drill. And in this one, I'm deciding if I'm going to break this down or just go right into this drill and see how well our forecheck is. We get to cover forechecking and breakout here. And again, I think we talked last week, and we are so close to that weak side winger when he sees the breakouts occurring up this side of the ice. we're getting so close to hitting him on that breakaway pass. So we're going to work on that a little bit. So we're going to set up red line will be here. It can be the white line here, and then the other line will be at the center. I realize we're 1D up for our first time. Coach will dump a puck in. The 5 blue team or whatever color it is, black here in this instance, is going to go back and get the puck for a breakout. You'll have 3 forecheckers coming down on you. I'm obviously looking for a 1-2-2, but it's really a 1 and a 2. What I want to see is, again, now we're under pressure. D's doing reverses and switches, talking to our partner. The other defenseman that's on the weak side should not just stand here like a dud. He should read what his partner's doing. If he is under pressure and if he needs to switch that ice, we need to step back and call it, okay? And we will probably slow this down to make sure we are supporting each other the right way. Once that breakout occurs, whichever the strong side is, I want to see that weak side forward shooting across, not shooting. So the black forward here, let's say the puck is reversed to the right winger. And that means the black forward over here on the left side is the weak side. I don't want to see you just turn and skate up the ice for a 85-foot pass. I want to see you come up and get around these D and for a shorter pass or a boards pass off to you. You 3 forwards will come up to half ice. You're going to dump the puck in, and you're going to do the same thing to this line. Okay? The 3 green forwards that were just beat, you will stay down here in the zone with these 2 defensemen, just like the blue line is, and then you will wait for the next line to come on you and dump the puck down. And it's a continuous forecheck and breakout drill. So a lot of things for the coaches to be able to break down and look at. Need you guys to use your head and your heart here. Think about what you're supposed to do, what you do away from the puck. There's 4 of you that will not have the puck. So what you guys do away from the puck is extremely important. Please think of that and how you support your players. And then if we have enough time, we will definitely go into a small game. Oh, I did forget a drill, guys. Hold on 1 second. Pretty excited about this drill, too. Give me a second. I wonder if I can pause this. Hold on 1 second. Get to my drills. 2-1-2, 2-1-2. Hold on. It's under skating here. Is this it? Yes. All right, new drill for you, and this one's pretty cool. So we're going to line up players just like this. We'll have O's and X's. So O's here, X's here, X's here. O's are obviously on the same team. X's are obviously on the same team. All right, so I'm going to blow the whistle. All 4 of you guys are going to take off. The coach is going to be in the middle of the ice. Whichever player is leading in the skating is going to get the pass from the coach. So in this instance, you're going to see the top O is going to win the race a little bit, so the coach is going to feed that puck over to him. As soon as that puck is fed to him, now's where decisions come in, right? So we know O's are on offense. We know X's are on defense. Now we got to think accordingly, all right? If this guy is getting beat, he needs to head to this post but do his best to keep his opponent to the outside. This defensive X over here can't just stare at the puck. He's got to have his head on a swivel and see what's happening back door. Is this forward going straight to the net, or is this forward coming across and trying to support up high? That's where you have to look and you have to listen, all right? So you guys will communicate. Once O's pick up the puck here, obviously they're on offense because they won the race, and you guys can just move in there accordingly, however it works for you guys. All right, great race game. I love this because it really makes you don't know if you're on offense or defense, and instead of the typical one-on-one race battle, it actually is going to set up some game scenarios, and that head on a swivel thing is huge. All right, see you guys at practice.